Thank you so much. So first, we are going to give the students the opportunity to loud and proud introduce themselves. They're going to introduce themselves, their school, and they're going to tell us their favorite food. So we're going to start out with a light round. But before we get started, you guys are going to do your introductions. I have some questions for you. I want you to know that we want you to feel comfortable, and we want you to answer from your experiences, but also feel free to answer based on what you know about your peers, because you know your peers better than anyone. And so our goal is very, very genuine. We want to hear from you. We want to be able to make adjustments to what you need so that we could be better, because feedback makes us better. We want to know what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you want to come to school, and things like that, so that we could do whatever we can to help you be successful. So we're going to start out with Nazir. He brought me a bag with gifts in it. So round of applause. He already knows. I'm supposed to be giving him a gift, and he brought me a gift. So we're going to start with him. He's our only elementary student for today. And then you guys are going to pass if you can pass, this will be your mic. And so you just pass the mic down. And so introduce yourself and your school and your favorite food.
My name is Nazir.
School and grade.
I'm in second grade. I like pizza, and
he's my little South Waco helper. He even helped us at the job fair. He did such a great job. I asked him if he could come back, and he promised me that he would, and he followed through. Thank you, Nazir. You can pass the mic.
My name is Abby Polk. I'm going into the 8th grade, and I'm part of the Atlas Academy at Tennyson Middle School, and I really like sushi.
My name is Emery Stone-Akenis. I go to the Atlas Academy at Tennyson Middle School, and my favorite food is hot dogs.
My name is Nayeli Villa. I'm going into 9th grade at university, and my favorite food is enchiladas.
My name is Isela Martinez. I'm going into ninth grade at university, and I like French fries.
My name's Rebecca Herring. I'm going into 9th grade at Waco High, and my favorite food is chicken nuggets.
My name is Melissa Cortez, and I'm going to University High School, and my favorite food is pizza.
My name is Leilani, and I'm going to university. I'm in 9th grade, and my favorite food is tacos. I don't know.
Okay, guys, I will be asking you some questions. They'll start off a little easy, and then they'll get a little bit more, they'll get a little deeper. And so I have deep and then deeper. If you feel like the question is just too deep for you, you don't have to answer. If you don't feel comfortable, you could say, I'll pass, or let me think about that. No pressure. So I just want to sit and have a conversation with you. So do you guys, I don't know what happened to my presentation, but do you guys mind if I just have a seat and just have a conversation with you? So I have a helper that's going to make sure I think I may have accidentally turned it off or something. I don't know. Oh, no. Okay. So we're going to start out. You guys can volunteer if you want to. Not everyone has to answer every single question. I may call on you to answer certain questions because some may lend itself to an older student. But let's just start out with this one. If you could travel any place you wanted to go, where would you go?
I would like to go to Germany. Just any pictures or movies I see, Germany's always have really pretty sunsets, and I like watching the sunsets, so I'd want to go to Germany.
Anyone else want to add?
I would go to LA. I don't know. It's just it's pretty, and it has a lot of stuff you'll be able to do over there. So it looks interesting.
I would say Italy, just because it seems like a really pretty place and has a lot to do.
I would say France and Paris to see the Eiffel Tower.
maybe Mexico. I've never been, and I want to try their food.
Okay, you like those tacos, and so you're gonna go Mexico. Okay. You guys on the end, you can join in if you like, but just keep in mind you don't have to answer every question, and then I'll call on some of you guys specifically. But you can go ahead and tell us where you'd like to go.
I would like to go to New Zealand because it has really pretty sights, and my mom used to live there, so I would like to see some of the things she got to see.
I would have to say Ireland because I have a lot of ancestors from Ireland, and I just think it's really pretty there, and I feel like the culture is really cool.
I would like to go to the beach.
I like to go to the beach too, Nazir. Okay, so now we're going to get a little bit more specific, just a little bit. This is not too deep, but a little deeper than the last question. And so, Abby from Atlas, I would like for you to describe to us what makes you feel welcome and safe.
For me, something that helps me feel welcome and safe is people who you know genuinely care about you, and people who ask you how you're doing and ask how your day was, and it isn't just something that they pass off. It's like, oh, how are you? I'm fine, whatever. It's somebody that you know you can talk to and somebody you know you can go to if you're going through something.
I want to stretch you a little bit. Could you tell us more about the body language? Like, how do you know someone is being authentic?
When someone's like making eye contact with you and you can tell that they're paying attention and they're not like looking at their phone or looking away, and they continue the conversation even when you feel like maybe they're kind of getting bored. They want to talk to you and you know that they genuinely care about what you're saying.
Okay. Could you pass it to Nazir? Nazir, what makes you feel welcome and safe in the classroom?
If people actually treat you good.
If they actually what?
Treat you good.
If they, oh, okay, so how they treat you, that's how you know. That's how you feel safe, right? Do you have any classrooms at South Waco where you feel really safe?
Second grade.
What class? Could you tell us about the class that you were in that makes you feel that way? What was happening in that class?
Miss Chandler.
Could you tell me what was in that room? Like, how did she make you feel?
She gave us a lot of goodies, a lot of candy when we be good.
So she gave you some goodies. Did I miss something else?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so next question. Emery, could you pass the mic to Emery? Describe a time when you did not feel included. What did you need to make it better?
Can I think about it?
Okay, you can come back. Can anyone help, or does anyone connect with that question where they did not feel that they were included at school?
A time that I didn't feel very included was when we had small groups and the teacher was always like asking specific questions to different people who she knew understood it, but never me because she knew I was having trouble.
Ooh,
and so, yeah.
I'm gonna pause you. Ooh, I told you these students are really, really bright. They know. They're paying attention. Okay, so tell me more. Oh, that was just so good that you were that insightful at your age.
I never really I knew she was having trouble with, because she was a first-time teacher, so I knew she was having trouble, so I just went to a different teacher, one of my past teachers who knew specifically what I struggled in so she could help me in a better way.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Did you not feel comfortable talking to the teacher to tell her you noticed?
Somewhat, because I didn't want to just say like, oh, I don't feel like you're helping me or this or that, because I didn't want to be too judgmental on her because she was a first-time teacher.
Okay, so in hindsight, if you could go back and give her any advice, what advice would you give her?
Just to be more open and to talk to her students and ask, not so much about school, but ask how they are, like mentally, emotionally, to make that student trust her, or that teacher.
Thank you. Does anyone want to extend on that thinking, or does anyone have an answer or a situation that they could connect with from that question? Or you guys are good? Thumbs up that you're good. Okay. All right, we'll move on to another question. Is it Leonie? Could you pass the mic to her? What helps you to learn and focus best?
when it's quiet. Like, I don't like whenever teachers put music on, whenever there's a test or something.
Do you, is it sometimes you like music or you never like music?
Maybe like if we're playing like a game or something, I would like music, but like whenever they put it on during like tests or when we have to read, I don't like it.
It distracts you?
Yes.
Have you ever spoken with the teacher about that?
No,
Why not?
I don't know.
Does anyone else want to speak a little bit about what helps them to learn and focus? You can pass the mic.
I'd say the same thing because it's like hard to concentrate when there's like so many things going on, and it's like really hard to like stay focused.
I would say like hands-on stuff, like just sitting around doing nothing and just staring at a computer or staring at paperwork isn't helpful for some. So hands-on or some music time to time or just quiet can help.
Thank you. Thank you for adding to the conversation. Would you like to share?
Me personally, I like listening to music when I do my work. It like helps me focus better. And the best way I like to learn is like, I like games. So like Kahoot and Blooket, I like playing those to learn about stuff. Yeah.
Will y'all please tell them that I did not set up this conversation? I did not set this conversation up. I promise I didn't.
Back to like the music thing about not liking music. I like listening to music, but not like the slow jazz music or stuff like that.
Ouch.
Like no offense, but it makes me fall asleep, and so then I like lose focus of what's going on in the test.
Okay, sounds good to me. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit deeper. What do you need from the other students in your classes? I want you to think about that. What would help you be better? Like, what do you need from the other students, not necessarily your teacher?
That's a good question. I would say like support, because some students are just so negative about it. Like, oh, I don't want to be here. I could be at home doing this, doing that. Like, why? Like, I don't find a reason to make a negative something that's not. I don't know how to say it. Like, don't be so negative about it, because then that makes an effect on me to like, I don't even want to do it anymore because you done ruined my mood.
Right. So how do you talk to like a friend or another classmate about that? Like, how do you protect your mood and your vibe and your energy?
I just make jokes, and really I don't pay no mind to it, because I know if it's a certain person, I know they're going through stuff, so I don't pay no mind to it. I just mind my business.
That's very insightful. Anyone else want to share of what they need from other students?
Sometimes, a lot of the time actually in classes, the students around me aren't great at focusing, and I try not to judge because I don't know what's going on like behind the scenes, but it can also take away my focus, and it makes it harder for me to learn because the teachers are focusing on them and how they're not focusing instead of teaching us the stuff we need to know.
Mm-hmm. What ideas do you have that would make the whole environment better?
I think the teachers pulling aside some of the kids who are struggling in class and struggling with focusing and giving them the help they need, while also setting aside time for the people who are focusing better would work, like having after-hour times for people who need them would be good.
Okay, thank you. Good advice. Were you guys on the end? Would y'all like to add to any of the conversation? No, you're good. Nazir, would you like to add on what you need from other students? Okay, thank you.
Love and support.
Love and support. What does that look like for you? Like, if you get an answer right, what would you like to hear? How do you celebrate each other in your class, or how would you like to celebrate each other?
I thought we would. I'd just be quiet.
So that's the kind of, you want the kids to be quiet? That's the kind of support you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Nazir is kind of grown. He's like, y'all need to just come in here and do what you're supposed to do. Anybody else want to add? No? Okay, we're gonna go. So what advice would you give a new teacher? So raise your hand, new teachers. We have some very brand new teachers. Look at all these new teachers in the room. So what advice would you give a new teacher to Waco ISD?
I think I would give similar advice to a new teacher as I would give to a new student, that it can feel really overwhelming at first. It seems like everybody's being so crazy. It seems like you can't take control. But I think that you should just go with your gut and kind of, I mean, all of you guys went to school for education, I assume, I hope. So
Well, that's pretty questionable, but we hope, right? Okay.
You guys all have good gut instincts, and I'm sure like you learned a lot through your education. So just go with your gut, and kind of, it gets easier as time goes on.
Thank you. Anybody else want to share? Y'all can just pass the mic down if you want to add to the conversation or any advice you would like to give.
I agree with what you said, and also like learn to be patient with your kids, because a lot of them, they just get lost in their own minds. So I say patience is a good thing to have.
I would agree with them. Another thing is like see where your student, like where you could do with your students to see what makes them comfortable. I had a teacher that like at the beginning of the year had us write on a sticky note what made us uncomfortable, and she never did what made us uncomfortable, just to build a relationship with us, to see how we learn and how we could get along with her and our other classmates.
The advice that I would give to y'all is to not lose y'all's patience with us. And that's about it.
So next question, what or who makes you happy?
I like when the teachers are understanding. Like, if you don't get it, like, for them, well, yeah, not to get frustrated with you or something. Like, explain it.
Thank you. That makes you feel happy in class? What makes you happy?
What makes me happy is food.
So the more we can ease in food and tacos and things like that, the better, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And if like a teacher understands you, that'd be great. That's what makes me happy.
Just a teacher understanding you?
Or like everyone.
Everyone in the class?
Yes.
So okay, let's talk about that a little bit more. So what's the disconnect between like, teachers and students? Because we know that there's a gap between what we think you guys want and what you actually want. So how can we better understand you? What advice would you give to that?
I would say like getting like one-on-one time, like getting to know each other more than just like not getting to know each other, and like having conversations and engaging with us.
Okay, thank you.
I would say having like a teacher you can go to if something's wrong and just talk to, and you trust them knowing they're not going to say anything or bring it up or make you feel bad about anything you've said to them.
So that confidentiality and relationship is really important to you. Y'all can continue on with that route, or you can talk about something that makes you really happy.
I would say like the teacher being able to understand you and like what you're going through, and like having bonds with your teacher. And, yeah.
To the question you asked, I would say like for teachers thinking they understand, like I get it, but like, okay, not to be rude, but times are just a lot different now, so we learn differently and we just do things a lot different, and we like, there's just different things, so them understanding that it's different now would help a lot.
But can you tell us a little bit more? Like we know that there's a disconnect, but sometimes we struggle with actually understanding what that disconnect is. So could you give us some specific information?
I had a math tutor, and she was really helpful, but she was, not to be rude, but she was just a little bit she was older, so I guess she was, the way she taught differently, and so she taught differently from my math teacher, and it just made me even more confused.
So just the processes were
Yeah.
different? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like her processes were outdated maybe?
Yeah.
In a nice way. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
in a nice way.
We got it.
I think, going off of what she said, just ask how your students like to learn, because you're never going to know what they feel if you aren't open with them. And if you're open with them, they'll be more open with you. And I think that'll just create a better bond and it'll like bring you guys together instead of pulling you apart.
Okay.
I agree. I think going off of what Emery said, giving different opportunities in the classroom for different people, because everyone learns differently and there are some things that may help people that don't help other people. So I think giving different opportunities and different things that people can do to help their learning style is really helpful, and it can really help you feel a connection with your teachers.
Well, how do you learn best?
So I am a visual and auditory learner. So I learn best by just like reading things and by hearing things, which is why I like to like listen to videos and watch videos and stuff. But there are definitely other people who are like kinesthetic learners who prefer to learn with their hands. So I think just kind of incorporating both of those and all those things into the classroom really helps everyone get to learn whichever way makes them feel most comfortable.
Thank you. What is something, did you want to add to that, Nazir? Are you, okay, or do you want another question? You want to add to that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Friends and teachers.
Oh, so you like to learn collaboratively with other people, like with your friends and with the teacher. Okay, what is something you wish your teachers knew, or principals, administrators? That's not what that said, but what is something that you wish we knew that maybe we don't know? This is your opportunity.
I don't really have a good answer for this one, so I think I'm just going to pass the mic.
Okay. What is something that you wish we knew?
I don't have a good answer either.
Does anyone have a good answer for that?
I don't know if this is so much on the learning side, but like when it comes to dress code, they get really, like they get onto us about our dress code, but sometimes like we have personal things or family things that we don't want to discuss, and then they just get onto us, and it makes us feel bad because like we're not following what they have, but we also can't just like get up and go, you know,
Like just go shopping,
Yeah.
just take your card and go to dealers and buy some more clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Not to be rude, but I feel like some teachers feel like they understand everything and know what they're doing and know everything that they do, but in most cases they don't, but they try to put on that face and act like they do and know what kids are going through on the inside, but just because they put a smile on their face throughout the day doesn't mean y'all know what's going on.
So you're saying we need to be more authentic.
Yeah.
If we don't know, we just don't know, and not try to act like we have all the answers.
Yes.
Because you see right through us. Right, okay.
On what the other girls had said about the dress code, y'all sometimes are just like, I don't know how to explain it. Y'all are too strict on the dress code. Like showing shoulders, it's not distracting. Ripped jeans. It's like wearing shorts. I don't think anyone cares to see our legs, you know?
Yeah. So you know what? Which was a good point. I heard some of the teachers say, that's not on us. We're just doing what we're told. So maybe y'all need to think about maybe providing some more information to, you know, maybe Dr. Kincannon or writing a letter, like, or advocating more for changes within that system.
We tried that in our middle school. It didn't really work.
It didn't work in Riesel?
No.
Yeah, but you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting.
They wrote like posters and stuff.
Yeah.
They put them up.
Maybe you just got to have some stronger artifacts or something like that. Some more data.
My middle school did a whole protest with the principal.
Okay, did it work? Oh, okay. Okay, so I do have, we're going to wrap up soon, but what are your goals and dreams for yourself and this school and life, or life?
I want to be very successful.
You just want to be successful?
Yeah, like.
What does that mean to you?
Um,
Because people define success differently. What does success mean to you?
I want to I don't know.
What do you hope that success brings you?
Get through college and become, I don't know, a teacher.
So you want to finish school and become a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
We can help you. We can help make that happen. Thank you.
My goal is just to finish high school with an associate's degree, and from there, go on to college, maybe, because college isn't for everyone, but hopefully, maybe.
When people say that college isn't for everyone, what do you think about that? And how do you determine if it's for you or not?
Sometimes people are just tired of like 12 years of school. So from there, you just call it a quit.
But does that mean college is not for you because you're tired of school?
No, but sometimes we're just mentally drained with like so much work that we're just like exhausted.
So those people who are tired and they decide to push forward, I mean, why do you think they do that?
Because sometimes they have bigger dreams than others.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, you can pass it, thank you. What are your goals and dreams?
I would say my goals are to like finish school, graduate with my associate's degree, go on to college, and be like the teachers in front of us doing our first year as teaching, and just to prove people wrong that said people can't make it or that teachers don't help others, and just prove everyone wrong where they said we can't help anyone.
Okay, you want to be part of transforming public education. Thank you. Big dreams.
So I want to finish school, like high school, without like stopping, because I know some people quit high school and then they go back in like after a year, and I want to be able to finish high school without stopping, and then like I want to go to college and like go to college for being a teacher, and then when I get done with college, I want to become a teacher so I can teach the kids like other teachers taught me.
Do you think you want elementary, middle, or high school?
I want to do elementary because middle school, high school kids are not it.
Ow.
I would say some of my goals in life are to, like some of the other girls said, to graduate with my associates and graduate in top 10%.
Ooh.
And be able to go to school for teaching so I could come back into Waco ISD and be a teacher from where it all started for me, and to be able to like have an impact on a student that a teacher once had on me.
Ooh, thank you. Giving back.
My goal is to travel like a lot. I really want to see the world, and I don't want to be stuck in like a bubble. And I would love to go to college, but I don't know, if it's not for me, then I would like to find a stable job and get enough money to travel.
So would you be interested in remote work or like entrepreneurship where you own your own business?
Yeah.
What would that look like? What are you thinking?
I would definitely want to do remote work, and I think I would want to do something that has to do with travel so that they would pay for my travel, not me.
Hey, sounds like a win-win to me. Okay, next.
So some of my goals, I guess I would call them like goals that are closer, but I guess it's not that close because I'm only going into 8th grade. But I want to graduate high school, and I want to get a scholarship to a college, hopefully. And overall, I don't know what I want to be. I don't know what profession I want to have. I think I have enough time to figure that out.
I think
so. I want to make a difference in the world, and I want to help change the world for the better, because there are a lot of things that aren't going very well in the world, and I just want to help other people and help the world change for the better.
So I have a quick question for you before you pass it. What do you think your strength is right now with helping you to be able to do that?
I think that I'm a fairly good leader, and I tend to take charge. I always have. When I was little, all my friends would always call me bossy because I would always be telling everyone what to do. But I am a good leader, and I always take charge in a situation where other people may struggle to take charge.
So tell me a little bit about what is an opportunity for you to improve.
A way for me to improve is sometimes I feel like I can't ask for help because I have very high standards for myself. And so I feel like for me to be able to help other people, I need to start off by helping myself, and I need to find ways to ask for help so I can improve myself as a person, because it's very important to have to improve yourself as a person before you can begin to help other people.
I was 28 before I realized that. For real. Man. Okay, thank you. Could you pass the mic to Nazir? Nazir, what are your hopes and dreams? I think we're boring. We're getting bored. He's yawning.
I think I need to think about it.
What did he say? Oh, he got to think about it. Okay, thank you. Nazir, what I appreciate is you thought about it. You thought about did you feel comfortable with answering that question or not? And then you spoke up and said you wanted to think about it. So that's a great skill to have because you're monitoring your thinking. Good job. So could you guys give this panel a round of applause? Before we send you off, I would just want you to know that we are here for you and we're thankful for you, that we wouldn't even have a job if you weren't here. But we love you and we want you to be your best. And if there's ever any time that you can give us some more feedback to help make us better with our teaching and learning, our instructional program, anything that you want to give us feedback, feel free to reach out. I will follow up this conversation. We'll give you a little thank you gift in the mail that we'll have delivered to you, just a thank you for your time. You can lead at any level. You do not have to wait until you're an adult. You already know that you're a leader. But bloom where you are planted, and that means wherever you are, you show up as your authentic self, you make people better, and then the room gets better because you're all trying to do better and help people. So we thank you for that. We're so excited for you to be students of ours in Waco ISD, and your leadership really does matter. We need you. We need you for your feedback. We need you for your leadership on campus with your peers. So thank you so much for joining us. You guys are free to leave, and I will follow up this conversation, like I said, with a thank you. Appreciate it. So you guys can take a 10-minute break. Thank you. Did you have a question? Oh, to the kids? Okay, yeah. So hold on. We got a question. We got some comment for you.
Okay. So I actually went through the associates program, and I was Atlas. Ideal like GT kid. I did it all through high school, graduated associates. I want to remind y'all of one thing is to actually participate in school. I didn't do that. I didn't go to a football game. I didn't do homecoming until my senior year, where I was practically forced by my parents because all I did was work, homework, know that you have to live outside of school, because even when I was in college, I didn't do it either. And I regret it. It's one of the biggest regrets I have. Even when I went to Texas Tech, I didn't do it then because it was such a habit. All I did was work and do homework. So know that you have time and don't rush. The associate program is great. I had 2 degrees when I was 19, and it's awesome. I'm 21 and I'm becoming a teacher, bigger paying job than a lot of people in my field. But always learn, you have to give yourself grace and always enjoy life. Don't rush it.
I'm glad that you felt in your spirit to say that to them because that's very important. I actually just watched a valedictorian speech about that, and the speaker said that he wished he would have, enjoyed more. And he said he thought he would feel something great, but he talked about the 16th second, and it was nothing. He did all of that, and there's other things that he could have been focused on. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. So just be all of you. Be all of you. Thank you guys so much.